Welcome back, guys. Today we are going to review these two amazing titanium Seiko dive watches. This one right here on the right is the first proper dive watch I have ever owned. But first, if you are new to the channel, please don't forget to click the subscribe button so you don't miss watch reviews like this. Thank you. Let's talk about this one first. This is the Seiko SKX403 with a case reference number of 7S260-160. I've shown this on my dive watch collection. I'll put a link up there. It has the 7S26 movement, which we all know and either hate it or love it. This one is the international version because it does not have the 21 jewels name and the made in Japan on the dial, unlike the other one we have here, which we will get to later. You look at this watch and you might think you saw it somewhere. That's because it looks like it had some features from the SPB185. I'll show you a picture here. This is the Marine Master 200 with the 6R35 movement. At a closer look, the 3 o'clock round position gave the differences right away, because the SPB143 had a 4 o'clock round. The moment I saw the released photos of the Seiko SPB185, I instantly thought it was the SKX403. It's because the bezel is a metal finished bezel, not the usual glass or ceramic that you see. Beautiful watch though. I saw someone online changing the metal finish bezel insert of the SPB185 to a bezel insert of the SPB187, which was a glossier one and blacked out one, and it looked phenomenal. If I can find it, I'll post a picture right here, and I wish Seiko would do this out of the factory. That would be awesome. The dimensions of this watch, I'll put it right here. It's a 200-meter dive watch. It's really thin, it's really light, and that's to be expected. The bracelet now is full of scratches. The watch on itself has a few, but luckily nothing deep that would really bother me. Okay, the glass is a Hardlex crystal, and it is easier to polish these more than the case of this watch. I'm not really familiar of case polishing of the titanium watches. This is such a fun watch to wear. I mean, Seiko still makes titanium divers now, like the SPB191. This one just has a modern look to it. It does not look like it's from the early 2000s. I guess it aged well in my eyes. The loom is still strong and intact. I'll show you here. The bezel click still feels solid. Yeah, that's nice. Overall, I really like the feel of this watch, especially the titanium bracelet. Now, speaking of the bracelet, this is what I'm afraid of doing to my LX. As you may know already, the LX is a titanium watch with a titanium bracelet, and it's already showing a lot of heavy signs of usage, and I guess that's the trade-off of owning a titanium watch. It's just unpredictable. The other one right here is the SKX421 with the case reference number of 7S260-150. I'll show you the case back right there. This one is basically the same as this one, with only a different bezel, dial pattern, and look. The minute hand on this one is a broad arrow, and the bezel has more styling to it, and the arm markers are rectangular as opposed to the circular ones on the SKX403. The bezel also has a better grip to it when turning. I like those grooves there that you have something to hold on when turning. A really unique look, to be honest. These were initially released on a titanium bracelet, but most photos from the internet are sporting it on a rubber strap. Seiko divers look classic on a rubber strap. And before I forget, this one is the Japan-made one. As you can see there is a 21 jewel, and on the dial there's made in Japan under there. This goes to all other SKX models too. I've seen an SKX 007-009 with made in Japan. I don't really have anything much to say about the 7S26 movement. They are easy to regulate and there are lots of parts for it. So far, my experience with the movement in this watch is above average. It has not failed me yet. Okay, so if it was not for this watch, this one right here, because I got this one on a later stage of my watch collecting journey. If it wasn't for this watch, I wouldn't be talking to you about watches right now. Because the fun fact is, I lost this watch for a few years because I forgot I placed it on a toolbox with the flashlights and watch straps, and that was the time that I was not really into watches that much yet. So I'm just glad that it was just around the house because I thought it was stolen or something. And this is one of the OGs in my collection. It's definitely priceless. Overall, I just love this watch so much. And let's try it on the wrist. I'm I'm currently wearing the SLA021, and I want to show you what I mean with it looks the hour circular ones. Yeah, maybe that's about it. And maybe the shape and the minute markers. It's kind of similar to the SPB185. Not this one though. This one is a beast one. Yeah, it is a very nice fitting watch. Very light. It's like you're wearing a Casio for some reason. Yeah, that's how light it is. And it's an automatic. Okay, this is what the SKX401 looks like on my wrist. I got it in this aftermarket rubber strap. It's very cheap. I just bought it because I like how it closes the lugs there. So there you have it, guys. I just would like to share these two personal watches in my collection. To me, they are priceless because I don't think Seiko is going to release anytime soon these watches. If you can still find one on the market, it's not a bad watch to own actually. It has the classic look on the titanium body. I don't know if Seiko will reissue this watch, but for now, I'm just enjoying it because this is one of my favorite dive watches in the collection. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you soon. Stay safe.